It's 5 in the morning. I have a 100% on a test that I took last night to at least take the edge off of whatever last night was. You ever have something going so well? Like, you're doing something. Anything. You're doing so well. And you make one mistake. And that one mistake is all that matters. That's all anyone sees. That one mistake. Sure, there were many mistakes made in the game last night. There were many errors. It happens. It's hockey. For the most part, the errors were justified. You can excuse some of them. There was a 4-second error at the end of this game, and that's all this game will be remembered for. I am so unbelievably tired of trying to defend this frickin' goaltender. Stuart Skinner is a good goaltender. He is. I'm getting tired of saying it. I'm getting tired of defending it. But he is. This is the goaltender that brought Edmonton, or at least helped Edmonton, to the Cup final last year, almost pushing to win it all. They won 15 of 16, one game off. He's a good goaltender, but when he makes mistakes, and I've seen I've seen a few. When he makes mistakes, they seem to be massive mistakes. If he just did his job, maybe we're talking about this game in a different light. If he just did his job, we could have won in overtime. We might have lost. Edmonton, they could have lost. But there would be a chance. There would be an opportunity to lose in a fashion that doesn't hurt nearly as bad as this does. The goaltending situation in Edmonton is hilarious, by the way. You got Jekyll and Hyde. Calvin Pickard has won 6 in this playoffs. He hasn't lost once. Stuart Skinner, total opposite. Hasn't won a single game. Lost all 3 that he was a part of. And if he just did his job, if he played the part of a goaltender, not a defender, a goaltender, we could be having a totally different conversation right now. Tuck up to the post, hug it, make sure that there's no room for the puck to squeeze by you. You've got 1 second on the clock. There is not nearly enough time for Vegas to make a play. Besides that, you should have trust in your defense. Tuck up to the post, make sure nothing can get by, make sure nothing can get into the net. Do your job. Skinner doesn't do that. He goes for a hike. No, he goes for a marathon and trying to poke the puck away from... I wanted to... No, because Stone left. The Vegas player. It's been hours now. I can't remember the names at the moment. He tries to poke the puck away from Vegas. And all the Vegas player does is he tosses the puck basically across the crease. It hits Draisaitl's stick, and it goes into the back of the net. If Draisaitl hadn't touched the stick, it would have gone wide. But why was Draisaitl there to begin with? I've seen a lot of people blame this on Draisaitl. Why was Draisaitl there in the first place? Because Skinner wasn't. Draisaitl, a forward, was forced into playing a defensive position in lieu of a goaltender who is out of his mind, but he's out skating for the puck with seconds left in the game. I loathe the fact that Calvin Pickard ended up hurt in... I'm pretty sure it was the play where one of the Golden Knights players ended up landing on his leg, his left leg. I'm pretty sure that's why he missed this game. I loathe the fact that happened. Not just because, oh no, our goaltender's hurt. Yeah, that's a big one. You don't like seeing anyone hurt, but especially the goaltender that's riding hot right now? Yeah, you hate to see that. I loathe it because it means having to deal with Skinner again. And again, he's a good goaltender. But man, I've hated some of the decisions that he's made. So the question is, do we see Pickard back? I know he's out on injury. They said he was day-to-day. Do we see Pickard back tomorrow? Because I'm leaning, I think we will. I think Skinner's out tomorrow. I think Pickard's going to find it in him. Because we can't be giving up games like this. Yeah, we're up 2-1. We can't be giving up games like this to Vegas, who will ride momentum. And the momentum carries over, especially the way that game ended. It carries over into the next game. We can't have that. Yeah, this is what my channel's come to. Take 4 seconds of a game and dissect it to bits. The rest of the game, this is the funniest thing. I think this is the take. I've got like 3 or 4 of them now. But I think this is the take. I went with the example of having like a big task that you do relatively well in, or maybe it's like really well, and then you make one crucial mistake and that's all you're known for. That was this game. The Oilers played, I think, pretty well. There were some errors, there were some bad bounces, there were some things that could be worked on, as with anything in life. But all of it now is cast down in shadow over this 4-second play that looms monstrously as a mountain over this game. There's not much else to talk about, because the rest of it can be generalized as it was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. We kept it relatively tight. We came back when we had to. We put up a good fight. Yeah, Skinner lets in 2 quick ones, but we made it work. We made up for it. We almost pushed them to overtime. We pushed a very, very, very tight game. Wonder how St. Louis feels. Because, I'm pissed in the middle of a series where we're leading. I'm pissed off that a goal happened that late in the game. Like, I'm frustrated by it. How does St. Louis feel? Didn't end in such a spectacular fact. Well, I mean, it did, but it also didn't. It wasn't a travesty. It wasn't a tragedy in the same right that this was, in terms of just a total mental breakdown. But it was the nail in the coffin that... I mean, you can say that the dagger in the heart didn't come until overtime. You gotta understand how momentum works in the NHL. The dagger came in that 1.6 seconds left of the game when Winnipeg scored. The nail in the coffin, it's 2 different things. One kills, one seals. The nail in the coffin was the overtime goal. But this one, that one they had a chance. This one stings. I'll be back tomorrow for game 4. I'm hoping it's going to be better. I'm kind of hoping that Pickard's in net, quite frankly. I hope for some goaltending stability, which with Edmonton is a foreign concept. In the meantime, stay howling and go Oilers. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, you can hit the like button. You can also hit the subscribe button if you're so inclined. Share this with your friends. And as always, I'll be back.